My first boss, she was a micromanager extreme. She had to know everything about everyone. She emailed at 10 p.m. Friday night. She would email 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning. She called, email, texted when I was on vacation. She'd even show my cases to the clinical team without me. And still, even though she was a micromanager, I was able to navigate, build a really great relationship with her and a really great career. So if you have a boss who's a micromanager, I got great news for you. You can make it work. I'm going to teach you how in this episode. And when you know these 5 new strategies, you're going to be able to make sure that their micromanaging doesn't derail your career, your confidence, your relationships. Let's get started. Strategy number one is control what you can and reframe the rest. Micromanagers essentially, and I'm going to talk about this throughout the episode, they're scared. It's showing up as they want control, but they're actually scared. And so, how you can address their fear, which once you address their fear, you address their behavior, is with structure, with reassurance, with data. Think of it sort of like I have a new puppy. She needs a lot, she's got a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear right now. She responds really well to structure, reassurance, and data like being in her crate when she's anxious. Scared children, the same thing. They respond very well to structure, reassurance, and data. There's no monster under the bed. Let me show you. I'm here for you. This house is totally safe. We've got the alarm on, right? They like structure, reassurance, and data. It's the same with bosses, even though they're full-grown adults. Their fear is driving micromanaging. And so, how you can address the behaviors, addressing what's actually causing the behaviors of fear, structure, reassurance, and data. Notice I didn't say you need to work more RVUs, you need to write more papers, you need to sacrifice more, you need to work longer hours. Notice that's not the solve. That will actually probably make things a lot worse. Because if they're scared and you're not addressing it, and now you're burnt out and you're exhausted, it's actually the worst combination of a scared person and exhausted person. So you working more is not the answer at all. It will make it worse. Thank goodness, because you don't want to be working more. You do not have to overperform because you're not the problem. We just want to create some predictability in this relationship. So, what that would look like for strategy one is setting proactive updates. What's done? What's in progress? What's next? Get ahead of their panicked emails about what's going on. And can you tell me about this? Get ahead of that. Send them updates to let them know what's going on. Here's what most people miss: schedule periodic check ins where you can be on Zoom or you can be on the phone or you can be there in person. It could also be via email. If your boss spirals when they don't know what's happening, you need to get ahead of it. Once you do, they don't spiral, they stop bothering you all the time. The relationship calms down and gets stronger, and your life gets easier. So, what this looks like, it might mean meeting with them for 5 minutes once a month. It might be a quarterly check in where you kind of send them like a 1 page summary of what's going on. It might be a short email with bullet points once every 2 weeks. You will find the rhythm that helps keep them calm without consuming you. It's different for every boss situation, but you want to think about how often are they freaking out? Okay, let me start getting ahead of all of that. Now, over time, you will be able to taper this frequency as you build trust, as they realize, oh, I can trust her. She keeps me updated. She keeps me in the loop. You'll be able to stretch out that time and remember that predictable check-ins will move your micromanaging boss out of your head, out of your workspace, into their own office, where they can function well because they know everything's going well, and you can function well because they're not being intrusive to your time. This, in the long run, will save you buckets and buckets of time. You'll deal with fewer panicked emails, pages, phone calls. They're going to trust you more and feel safer around you. You'll become someone they're like, oh, this person, I can depend on her. I don't have to keep micromanaging her because I have so much data structure and predictability that tells me she's a safe person for me. This has how you can regain control over a relationship when the boss is a micromanager. Strategy number 2, clarify expectations on paper. Ambiguity fuels anxiety for someone who's scared. So if you have a micromanager and boss and you're not providing predictability, structure, or clear expectations, And the relationship, I promise you, will get 100% worse. And scared people who are very, very anxious start seeing the worst in everything. They start making up terrible stories in their mind. It just makes the situation so much more heightened. So if your boss is micromanager and it's really consuming your energy, we want to start clarifying expectations on paper. Figuring out what does done mean exactly and attach a date. And I'll give you an example. There's a site visit coming. We have SOPs that need to be updated for the site visitors. Here's a bad example of how to deal with a micromanaging boss. Don't worry, it's all fine. That will make your micromanaging boss go to level 10 on the volume. They'll be like, what do you mean? You don't even know what's going on? How can I trust you? Show me the facts, right? Terrible, terrible answer. Same amount of time to answer your micromanaging boss in a good way would be this. I've identified we have 8 SOPs that need to be updated. I'm going to have them perfected and finalized for your review by next Tuesday. Notice, I'm telling the boss, I know exactly what's going on. It's already in process. This is on lock. But your micromanaging boss does not want to hear it's on lock. They want to hear, there's 8 outstanding SOPs. They will be updated and finalized by Tuesday. They need to hear the date. They need to hear you understand what's going on. By the way, in my opinion, this is where I'll have people say, well, I'm a little annoyed that I have to do this work. And my answer to that is, you're already doing the work. Why not get credit for it? You already identified there's 8 SOPs that they'll be done by Tuesday. Why not get credit for it? And if you getting credit for it not only gives you prestige and trust with the boss, it gets them off of your schedule and email. It strengthens your position in your department. Why not say one sentence? Clarify expectations on paper. This one sentence alone will save you 10 follow-up panicked emails. Clarity will create calm for both your micromanaging boss and you. Strategy number 3, mirror their detail level and then taper it. So this will require you to kind of take a moment and take a poll. What does your boss like to see information in? And every boss is different. Some people like spreadsheets, send them a spreadsheet. Some people like bulleted short emails, send them that. Some people want just you to come to their office for 5 minutes once a month. Whatever is the preferred communication style, it will save you so much time and energy if you adopt it. And of course, you can taper it, adjust it over time once they trust you. This is not about catering to somebody or enabling. This is about leading a relationship and bending your career towards your favor. There are so many strategic benefits of your boss trusting you and thinking of you as a dependable person. It gives you more independence, more freedom, more opportunity. Lead your damn career. That's what I'm telling myself. Like, lead it. I could see myself like, this is me talking to myself for early. Like, I don't want to sit. I don't want to talk to her all the time. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. But I'm like, okay, well, do I love getting all these panicked emails from her and texts on vacation? I do not. I love when she leaves me alone. And so I just learned very quickly it is in my best interest before I go on vacation to say, hey, listen, book chapter, all eight chapters are done. They're in this Google Drive if you want to see them. I will be back on January 1st. I'll reach out to you as soon as I get back and check in with you. I will be unavailable for email for the next week. Right? Mirroring their detail, giving them expectations and dates and data structure works beautifully for them and for you. Because once I did that, I stopped getting all of these emails and texts and phone calls while I was on vacation because she knew exactly what was happening. Strategy 4 is set structured boundaries. So I teach my clients 100% effective boundaries. They work 100% of the time. I'll give you a little bit of that here. Boundaries are another form of structure. They really help an anxious boss who's micromanaging. And I teach my clients how to make boundaries you can 100% control. So, for example, this would be an example of a structured boundary that manages expectations, addresses your boss's fear, is something we like this. You're going to have the finalized list of our top 5 fellow candidates by noon. Very structured, 100% in your control. You could decide if you want to give it to her at noon, at 8 a.m., a week from now. There's so much control and influence you have here, and all of it speaks to the need of your micromanaging boss. plus you too. It gives you credit for what you're doing in a really beautiful, structured way that you can 100% control. It gives them predictability and gives you peace. They know what's going on your terms. Notice a lot of what's happening with managing a micromanaging boss is sort of managing them, is sort of controlling them. Not really, but putting their anxiety, like addressing their anxiety, putting it in a small bite-sized piece that we can kind of put on the shelf. This structure we're bringing into your relationship will protect your focus, your time, your energy, your career, your relationships. It's priceless. The last thing I want to say about strategy is to remember this is about them, not you. Micromanagers are scared. They're being fueled by some kind of fear about something terrible is going to happen. Their boss is going to fire them. Even a chair, a dean, a president. I've helped people at all levels. I promise you, the highest level university or hospital system is run by someone who's scared they're about to get fired because they all can. And maybe the more visible you go, the more likely it is to happen, maybe. So we can understand, oh, they're humans who are scared. They're afraid something's going to go wrong, that they're going to be blamed, that they're going to be brought in front of the Inquisition, that someone might die, which in a hospital like that, these are not irrational fears. Someone might get hurt. They might be the person getting hurt. They may have a lot of fears. And this is likely also fueled by probably some kind of like colored by something that happened in childhood. Their relationships with their parents drove how they interact with the world. How they interact with the world is that ambiguity and unknowns make them very scared. You want to see it. This is a them thing. It's not you. Why I say this is because many women will make it against them. They'll say, well, it's because I'm a woman. They don't trust me. It's because I'm unqualified. It's because I haven't done a million fellowships. It's because don't have millions of dollars of grant support. We make it about us. It's because we're not politically savvy enough. We're not nice enough. We're not smart enough. We make it about us. And then there's no way to solve it. And now we're the fearful ones, and our boss is scared, and we're scared, and it makes for a terrible situation. So we want to just like bring ourselves back to this micromanaging is a scared person based on their childhood, based on how they're looking at the world, nothing about me. And also, I can lead this situation. I can lead this micromanaging boss by introducing structure and predictability and expectations and clear boundaries. I want to say that shift from this is my fault to this is no one's fault, huge. It really will transform your relationship with them. And I also want to say a little bit of a push growth here. And this is where I'll find clients often get stuck as they'll say, okay, I won't blame me anymore, but now I'm going to blame them. How dare they? I don't want to deal with their childhood. This should not be my problem. They should just go to therapy. By the way, they may be in therapy. So notice that energy of this shouldn't even be my problem. It's theirs. That energy will be as draining as trying to it's going to be entirely draining because you cannot fix your micromanaging boss with your thoughts about them. It would just probably make it worse. You will be spun out and exhausted from trying to change them with your mind. It will never work. So we want to just clips out all of that. And in coaching, we can get to this place of we're not going to blame us for sure because we are never the problem, but we're also not going to blame them. Instead, we're going to say, this is what the job looks like right now. I have a boss who benefits from when I lead the situation, when I proactively have clear expectations, dates, and boundaries. Amazing. I can do that. Why? Because I'm exceptionally good at my job. Why? Because I'm just going to get credit for the work I'm doing. Why? Because my sanity is worth it. And when I send a couple of sentences out and she gets off my back and I get back to my work and there's peace, it's worth it. You don't have to love their behaviors, but hating it will hurt you, not them. It will hurt their relationship too. And how you walk out of that is stop personalizing it. Just remember it's about them. They're scared. You have so much and redirecting yourself. I have so much control and influence here. I can lead this relationship towards peace. It has you working with their fear, working around the fear instead of reacting to their fear. Reacting to their fear will get you nowhere except exhaustion and burnout. So let's close with 5 journal prompts for you. Number one is, where do you feel most control in your job, and how could you turn that into a structured boundary for both of you to help both of you? Question 2 is, what predictable system could calm your boss's anxiety and protect your time right now? Question 3, how might a structured check-in actually save you time in the long run? And what would that even look like? What's the rhythm of that structured check-in that would help you? Number 4, what expectations with dates can you put in place this week to start building up trust, to start helping calm your boss's energy down so you open your schedule? Number 5, where can I address their fear proactively instead of reacting to it on the back end? Where can I get ahead of it so that I save myself time and energy, have a better relationship with my boss and my job? So, in summary, micromanagers, anxious humans just trying to feel safe. Once you understand it's not about you at all, it's not personal at all, and you can lead yourself out of it and you can lead them, the whole dynamic shifts. Meet their anxiety and fear with structure, clear updates, scheduled check ins, documented expectations with dates, calm consistencies, steady boundaries. This is for you and it's also for them. It gives you credit and currency, and you'll build your relationship. You'll also be like, this woman, like, and can depend and trust on her. And then you can start tapering some of the communications back. This is how you're going to shift the relationship from chaotic to collaborative. It's how you're going to move from a reactive career to whatever she sends in to this really empowered place where you are leading your career and you are surrounded with opportunities because your boss trusts, likes, and knows you. This is how you protect your career, your sanity, and your time, no matter who is managing you. This is the work you'd like to do. This is the work we do every day inside of Next Level Freedom. And you can get started with us this week by booking a free sales call where you'll get 3 unique strategies just to you, and you can immediately onboard from the call. See you there. Bye.